Welcome back to the channel, guys. I decided to do something new since we're at the end of the year and give you my top 10 movies of 2022. Now, starting off with number 10, I have Bullet Train, a movie I was so excited about since I first saw the trailer of the movie. I mean, what else can I say about this movie is like the style of the film kind of reminds you of a Guy Ritchie film, but the style, the action is very action-packed, it's very top-notch, gives you some great mystery vibes also, but nonetheless, great movie. I mean, the twins, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry, just steal the show. Very fun movie. And at number 9, I know some people might have this higher up on their list, but for me, it's right here. It is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It is a very solid film, especially after 2022 not being the best year for comic book movies. Ryan Coogler delivers a very solid film. I know it had to be rough after the passing of Chadwick Boseman, especially after finding out what the movie was supposed to be about with T'Challa. Crazy to believe, but like I said, he delivers a solid film. The performances here were great. Angela Bassett delivers a very solid performance, which I think probably deserves a supporting actor nomination for sure. But it exceeds the first movie with the fighting choreography and the CGI. But all in all, I still have the first Black Panther ahead of it, but still very solid film. Alright, now coming in at number 8, a movie I didn't expect to be on my top 10 movies of the year, but well, here we are. It is the Bob's Burgers movie. Now, I'm not the biggest Bob's Burgers fan, but I will say this is a very entertaining movie. The characters in here are a lot of fun. The animation kind of takes me back to old school Disney animation. Not only that, there are a lot of laugh out loud moments in here. The music in here is very well done. The songs in here are very catchy. And who would have thought this would be a nice murder mystery film? Who would have knew? But all in all, very entertaining film. Now, coming in at number 7, I do have Avatar: The Way of Water. I do know that it is a recent film, but that is nonetheless, it is dominating the box office right now, and it is a nice solid follow-up to 2009's Avatar. It's hard to believe it's been 13 years since that first film, but we're not going to talk about that. But all in all, you've heard it before, I'm going to say it again. The visuals in here are phenomenal. Like, I can't believe I really felt like I was in Pandora. Like, there was a moment where water splashed on the screen and I went to go wipe my eyes because it felt like I was there. But nonetheless, I didn't mind, Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana taking a kind of like a back seat, and the children being front and center, and you get to follow their stories, and I actually cared, I mean, yes, the story is a little basic, but nonetheless, solid sequel. I can't wait to go back to Pandora. Alright, coming in at number 6, I do have The Menu. A movie that wasn't even on my radar, but I've seen the trailer multiple times in theater, and I just thought, why not? And I gotta say, it was worth the watch. I mean, the performances in here were top notch, especially by Ralph Fiennes and Nicholas Hoult, that really just like carried the movie. There are things in there that catch you by surprise. It's a nice horror thriller. I mean, I wouldn't say even horror, but it's a nice thriller. There's things that catch you by surprise. Not only that, the food in here, I promise you will leave this movie very, very hungry because the food in here looks that good. But yes, I definitely say this is a film worth watching. Alright, now we're getting into the top 5, and I have Pinocchio. Not Disney's, but Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And I gotta say, this movie is very, very well made. It is a little dark at times, but it does pull on your heartstrings from the very, very beginning. And the voiceover performances, I gotta say, are great. I mean, in my opinion, Ewan McGregor, who is the voice of Cricket, steals every scene that he is in. But yeah, a very solid movie. It does get dark at times, but it also is a very fun and very heartwarming. And the best thing of the movie is obviously the stop motion animation. Just a very, very beautiful movie. I highly recommend. Now, coming in at number 4, I have Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Rian Johnson does it again, turning a murder mystery on its head. Now, I will say this, I do prefer the original Knives Out over this movie, but nonetheless, this movie is a ton of fun. The characters in here are very fun, very funny. Now, I will say they do get over the top at times, but I think that's what makes it fun. And I gotta say, this is the mystery a little obvious, kind of, but nonetheless, it is a very fun ride. I will say that Janelle Monáe is the MVP of this movie and giving a top tier performance. Now we're getting into my top 3. Now, I did shuffle the top 3 around multiple times, but nonetheless, all year round, these were my top 3. And number 3 is The Northmen, another movie that wasn't even on my radar, but oh my gosh, this movie is great. The performances here were phenomenal. The action was, oh my god, it is just a great revenge tale. It's literally the Lion King on steroids, but the action, the gore, it was just top notch, and I loved every single second of it. I cannot recommend this movie enough. It was sleeper of the year for me. I definitely highly recommend this one. Now, at number 2, in the year of 2022, where comic book movies weren't at their best, there was one film that delivered and saved the year for me, and that was The Batman. Like, what can I not say about this movie? Like, this was a phenomenal film. Just a nice, great film, a nice detective film, a detective movie for Batman that we have been asking for years. Like, oh my god. Gotham was a character in itself, probably like the best version of Gotham we've ever seen on the big screen. The performances, Paul Dano as the Riddler was a great, haunting performance, a great rival to Batman's detective side. Colin Farrell was definitely unrecognizable as Penguin, and I'm looking forward to his series. And then Zoe Kravitz probably will go down as my favorite, and I think is the best Catwoman we've seen on the big screen. Now, is Robert Pattinson the best Batman? No. But I believe, starting with this, he will grow to be the very best Batman. There's nothing, I can go on and on and on about this movie. It's just great. And the score, I can just keep going. But yeah, this movie was just great. But unfortunately, it is not my number 1. Well, if you didn't guess it by now, my top movie of 2022, no pun intended, is Top Gun Maverick. What can't I say about this film either? This film is so great, and I can definitely understand why Tom Cruise wanted to make sure this was seen in theaters, because this is the first time I probably felt so tense in a movie theater because of the action of the dogfights with the jets, the weight of the film resting on Tom Cruise's shoulders as Maverick, because he really carries the film. Yes, it is called Top Gun Maverick, but he really carries the film. The action here is top notch. It's a great blockbuster, a great summer movie. It definitely has rewatchability. Obviously, it is the top box office of the year, just dominated the whole year. But yeah, those are my top 10 movies of 2022. Now, again, all film is subjective, so this is not the official top 10 of the year. But what are your favorite movies of 2022? Comment below and join the conversation. And as always, if you enjoy my thoughts, make sure you like, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell anytime you're notified when I upload a video. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.